gasoline, ibuprofen, Gatorade, and nicotine. It's a vicious circle, spin around and round. It's a kind of combination, put you 6 feet down. In a pearl snap shirt, I'm spitting out blood in the Texas dirt. This ain't no kind of living, well man with sense, but I ain't never been accused of watching on a fence. I'd rather ride on lightning than bleed into the night. So won't you open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side, 'cause I'm a cowboy. Some dusty chaps, $48 and a Stetson hat. But there's 2 more rounds of rank bulls to ride, and I'll be worth a lot more when I leave tonight. But it ain't about money, it comes from deep inside. So won't you open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side, 'cause I'm a cowboy. Got a few from bulls and 2 or 3 from bars, but that's the price I pay for fighting through the pain. They ain't never been a pussy, make the Hall of Fame, come on. They ain't Jim Sharp, I ain't Chris the Do, I'm just a Carolina kid with an attitude. It was born to rock, born to ride, born to raise hell on a Friday night. I'd rather ride on lightning than bleed into the night. So go and open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side, 'cause I'm a cowboy. Yeah, I'm a cowboy.
Well, good evening, race fans, and welcome to UltimateDirtTV. Tonight on the program, round number 2 of the JSI Racing Pro Late Models here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the corners. We get set for heat racing action, and we believe we're looking at 41 drivers signed into the pit area for tonight. Let's take a look at your qualifying results coming up on screen. Michael Lake the man that goes quick time with a 15.135. Mitchell Clark, second quick chance car. Josh Fuller and Lewis Clark make up your top 5 marks. Scott Cooper Wilson, Ryan Green, Rowan Jones and Riley Stewart is your top 10 drivers. 5 heats on the program. Yellow flags included. And of course, caution laps counting. Let's take a look at your starting grid for heat race number 1. It's Michael Lake for D1RT Racing from position at number 1 to the outside. Mark Scott, position number 2. Position number 3, it's Nash Granger. Position number 4 for Allure Esports, it's Aston Hurley. Position number 4. Never left, Carl Vandergriff will start out of position at number 5 for Mid-South Mafia to the outside. The Vortex Simsports, number 79. Daniel Boyd will start position number 6. Daniel Nickel line up at a position at number 7. Brooke Marquis lines up at a position at number 8. And Brandon Griffiths lines up at a position number 9. Top 4 going through to your A main event. Everybody else going to one of 2 last chance qualifiers here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Here we go. We're set for a start. Big thank you to, of course, Crawford Designs, JSI Racing, Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group, and Depth Images Photography. Big shout out to Rowan Jones for coming aboard, sponsoring the hard charger. We get set for a start. Heat race number 1. The green flag is out. We are underway here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Michael Lake gets a good start. Oh, look at Nash Granger in the 5 machine. Contact there with Aston Hurley. Now there goes Carl Vandergriff up on the inside. And we are going to go yellow in heat race number 1. And Daniel Nickel, your car is not meant to be like that, but let's take a look at our first caution of the evening here with the Ultimate Dirt TV Instant Replay. Hello, Nicholas. Oh, just gets up into the side there of Boyd, and then the 71 of Marquis, nowhere to go. And that rear end is not meant to look like that. Just saying. You can't actually park there. The concrete wall does not move. As per our Power Plats presentation, we know that's taken off worldwide with the Chili Bowl, with people saying that you can't park there. Yeah, you know what? We said trends here. We've always done it. We've always got people wanting to copy us. We're just a bunch of trendsetters around here. So again, caution laps counting in heat races. You go back to previous seasons with JSI Racing when the yellow flags never used to come out. Only until the A main. Of course, that will change. And again, the caution laps will count. So that's why you see 12 lap heat races instead of the usual 10 laps that we see in the 360 Sprint Car division. And a big thank you to, of course, Depth Image Photography for sponsoring the hard charge. Of course, that going to Ash Hammond last week. Someone else will get that tonight. I know it's not going to be Ash because he's not in the building. But here we go, Michael Lake and Mark Scott. This time it'll be on the leader of Michael Lake and the D1RT number 27 machine. Here we go, picks up the front. Or picks up the rear, and the rear end lifts up, and we go back to green. So a good contingency of American drivers here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Granger going to make it 3 wide through the middle of Boyd and Hurley. This is your battle for the 4th and final transfer position. Vandergriff. We'll see if he will never lift. That's his nickname around here. Right now holds on to position number 3. You're watching 4th and 5th. Granger and Boyd. Granger in the 5. Boyd looking for the slide jump into turn number 3 and 4. Couldn't quite clear him. And they'll make a little contact towards the exit of turn number 4. Here comes Boyd back at Granger once again. They've got to be careful because in comes the 99 of Aston Hurley. He's going to get into the back of Boyd. And we're not going to go yellow. We're going to stay green. 7 down and 5 to run. Your leader is Michael Lake, and we're going to go yellow, which will put us at a green-white checker. Nick, if you're still here, is the sound coming through all right? Is it too loud? Too quiet? Do I need to turn it up, down, turn around? And if you're able to just stand up. So Daniel Boyd was the car that was turned around. I'll leave that in the hands of race control, whether he came down into the front of the 99 of Hurley or whether Hurley just got into the back of him. So again, caution laps counting, we will have a green-white checker. And hopefully the lights are out. They are indeed. So we'll start lap number 11 and 12. It'll be just not an extended green-white checker, just a normal green-white checker. Pace car pulls infield. The first of 5 heats on the night before we get into the first of 2B mains. And a 30, you might have 37 or 40 lap A main event later on this evening. But here we go. Race number 1 back at it once again. The NLRA house driver, Neverlift Vandergriff. You're running in second or third position now, trying to take over second. Your leader is Michael Lake, coming to 1 to go. Again, those battles for the minor placings and the transfer positions are really heating up. There's 2, 3, 4, and 5. We head out into the final turns, 3 and 4. Checkers around. Michael Lake gets the job done over Mark Scott second. Third will go to Kyle Vander. Aston Hurley will grab fourth. Nash Granger going to come home in position number 5. We will take a look. Heat race number 1 results coming up. Hello, Kathy Keane. Nice to have you along on the YouTube feed. Michael Lake gets the win ahead of Mark Scott, Carl Vandergrift, and Aston Hurley. Granger going to the B main along with Mark Quest, Boyd, Griffiths, and Nickel. The drivers that come home in 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Heat race number 2 will line up like this. Mitchell Clark lines up at a position number 1. Cooper Wilson lines up the 14 from position number 2. Tyler Bish in the Allure Esports 41 will start position number 3. Sean Stevens of YOB Racing 26 will start position number 4. Position number 5 for JSI Racing piloting the 74. It's Jason Burke to the outside. It's the 75 UDL, LJR, and NLRA Nick Linnett lining up at a position number 6. Liam James will roll off at a position number 7, and Daniel Hardigan, the 77, will roll off from the 8th starting position. 8 cars on the racetrack for heat race number 2. I believe they'll go around 2 tyres behind the iRacing.com official pace truck. Get a big thank you to, of course, JSI Racing, Crawford Designs, Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group, and Depth Images Photography. And I believe, no, there he goes. Pace truck is moving infield. We go 1 to green. All right, here we go. Set for a start. 12 on the board once again. Top 4 to the A. And the green flag is out. Wilson leads the way from Clark, Bish, Stevens. That's your 4 transfer positions. The 75 entry of Nick Linnett. Oh, there's contact there with Jason Burke. And Burke and Linnett going to go upside down. Burke gets back on all fours. Linnett going to end up on his lid. He's turtling that one. 2 down, 10 to run. Your leader is Wilson from Clark. Clark coming back at Wilson now down into turn 1 and 2. Clark's got the 0D machine hooked up on the bottom side. It's not even the 0D, is it? So we'll just go with the 0, the track deck entry. And we are now yellow. So, a bit of a delayed caution. So, well, again, these drivers just going to get themselves sorted out and wait for the pace truck to pull infield. As there goes that. That's okay. And again, the lights should go out on the safety vehicle. So, Linnet in the pit area. Now Wilson says, let's go racing, boys. Halfway home, 6 down, 6 to run. Tyler Bish in the 41. For Allure Esports up the inside there of Mitchell Clark, who was second quick after qualifying. Started on the pole of heat race number 2 and unfortunately finds himself now battling for positions number 2 and 3 as he gets by Tyler Bish and now sets his sights again on the back of the 14 entry of Cooper Wilson. Liam James battling with Stevens and Hardigan for the final transfer position. Where do you look at top 3? Well, they are single file. Now we'll look at the battle of Stevens. Hardigan gets into the back of Stevens. And both the Wyobi cars get set around. Back under yellow. One more time. So green, white checker, heat race number 2. It's all happening here, pro late models. It's a big wide track. Safety car comes infield. Now this is another green, white checker, the second one we have seen so far in the opening 2 heat races. But this will be an extended version. So yeah, there's the green. Next flag to come out hopefully will be the white. Don't want to assume because, well, if you can spell assume, I don't want to make something out of you and me. Wilson, Clark, Bish, Stevens, your top 4. James, Hardigan, and Burke. The white is out. 1 to go for your race leader. Keep an eye on Mitchell Clark and the Zero Machine. Can he make something happen here in the final 2 left-hand turns down to the inside into 3 and 4? Cooper Wilson going to do enough to hold on. Second will go to Clark. Bishgrove's third. Fourth is going to be Stevens. Fifth across the line is going to be Hardigan. Then you go back to Burke, James, and Linnet will make up heat race number 2 drivers. And here it is, heat number 2. Wilson, Clark, Bish, and Stevens going directly to the show. Everybody else, Burke, James, Hardigan, and Linnet going to last chance qualifiers. Heat number 3 will line up like this. On the pole position will be the 2 machine for Rocket Esports. It's Chad's car to the outside, the Elite Performance Industries 03 entry of Ryan Green, position number 2. Position number 3 for Wavy Racing, it's the 27 of Dan Selleck to the outside, the Base Racing Fuels Australia, car number 33 of Darcy Stonehouse, position number 4. Leo Heaton will line up at a position number 5. Craig Shearer for Tank SRT in the 72 will start position number 6. Position number 7 for JSI Racing, it's the 12 of Jason Crawford. And to the outside, the 16 car, out of position number 8, it's Jordan Keane. Get a big thank you to, of course, JSI Racing, Crawford Designs, Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group, that's SCTEG, and Depth Images Photography for sponsoring the hard charger for this season. Here we go. Heat race number 3. We'll do one more lap around the iRacing, or around the Charlotte, the dirt track at Charlotte, behind the iRacing.com official pace truck. It's okay, Nicholas. It's okay. We all have those moments. I mean, I don't run late models. And apparently I don't like late models. That's not the time I got told when I was... I got told I was retiring. There was rumours about me going around that I was retiring. I mean, hey, that was news to me, but... I mean, if I didn't know, it's got to be true, right? Car, green. It's not a green car. It's a black, white, and blue, number 2. Oh, stop it. the 03 machine of green. Oh, there we go. We've got all sorts of rhymes happening here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Trendsetters. Let's see who we can tell they can and can't park where. We are down the back straight away. 27 of Stonehouse to the outside on Selleck in the 5 for iRacing. Your leader is Car from green, nearly 3 wide. 3 wide for a split second. Stonehouse now back up to position number 3 after fending off a challenge from Dan Selleck in the 5 machine. Coming up your race leader, Ryan Green. Trying to get up to the back of the 2 machine of Chance Car. But again, you're watching on screen, 3rd and 4th, the 27 of Stonehouse. Dan Selleck in the 5 machine. Don't be confused with the number on the side of the car and the number you see next to the ticker. Going a little high there was Chance Car. That allowed Ryan Green in that 03 machine to have a good peek up on the inside. 4 down, 8 to run. 3rd heat race of the night. Heat race number 3 of 5. Now good battle. Here comes Craig Sheeran in the 12 machine. Jason Crawford in the 12. Sheeran the 72, sorry. Crawford to the outside on Sheeran. Sheeran down low in a 1 and 2. Crawford rails the cushion upstairs. Getting a run in the 12 is Jason Crawford. This will be a better starting position in tonight's last chance qualifier. Crawford into the wall. Crawford, it doesn't move, buddy. Some right rear quarter panel damage on the 12 machine. The 72 nice and straight. And we're not talking about the car, we're talking about the driver in that car. 7 down, 5 to go for your leader right now. Chance Car continuing to pace this field. Went 3rd quick in qualifying. The 03 of Ryan Green went 8th quick in qualifying. So even a top 10 qualifying guarantees you a top or a front row starting position in the first 5 heat races. Again, only the 5 heat races here. Leo Heaton in the 26 machine there. You're having those virtual mechanical issues in the 26. Now looking down low on Crawford. Coming after the final transfer position, Craig Sherman trying to get by Darcy Stonehouse. Your top 3, well, they're pretty much locked and secured, all barring any mechanical failures for Car, Green and Selleck. And as long as they don't hit the tyres, they are going to be all Gucci. Starting to develop a 2-car battle, almost a 3-car battle for the final transfer position right now. Stonehouse, here comes Sheeran down to the inside into turn number 3 and 4. The white flag is out. 1 to go for your race leader. Watching Sheeran now. Slide job by Jason Crawford. He slides up. Sheeran turns it back underneath him. Meanwhile, into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4. The checkers are out. Chance Car going to start position number 3 in tonight's main event. Ryan Green home in 2nd. Dan Selleck in 3rd. 4th will go to Darcy Stonehouse. 5th is going to be Jason Crawford. Craig Sheeran home in 6th. We'll make those official results right now. Car, Green, Selleck and Stonehouse, your top 5. Crawford home in 5th. Sheeran in 6th. Keane in 7th. And Heaton will come home in the 8th positions. 4 seconds separating your field in heat number 3. Heat number 4, let's take a look at the Rocket Esports number 7 entry of Josh Fuller from the pole position. To the outside, the Jones Racing Death Images Photography, car number 3. That's 25. I think it's Rowan Jones, position number 2. Jonathan Devries lines up at a position number 3. Benjamin Harris will start position number 4. Corey Borden rolls off at a position number 5. Craig Plater for UDL line up at a position number 6. Justin Wright for UDL, the 78 machine, will start position number 7. And Michael Rutledge lines up at a position number 8. And no, poor old Rowan Jones. What's going on with Rowan Jones? There's all sorts of issues. He did not make the start. And that's going to put 7 cars battling for 4 transfer positions. So the Depth Images Photography 25 of Rowan Jones. He might have to do a hard charger for himself. He's got a bit of work to do. Just trying to figure out when the Chili Bowl is on later tonight. See what time that is. I'm not going to say who or where, or who and why. I'm just going to ask about the Chili Bowl. 9:10. That's plenty of time. We're usually done by about 9 o'clock anyway. Hopefully, touch a bit of wood on that one. Hello, Kathy. How are you? Gary, I'm not sure where Rowan is right now, but I can only assume, and I don't like to assume because, well, if you spell it out, I don't want to make something of you and me. Now, Kathy Keane cheering on Jordan Keane. Uncle Andrew and Kathy are following, watching. Joe, look, I don't know if I'm going to be running it, but I'm certainly going to register for it. I have no talent around the Chili Bowl or the midgets. I've got no talent in anything, actually. I'm just a washed-up racer. 2 in the books this time for Josh Fuller in the Rocket Esports number 12 machine. Let's hope so. Let's hope so, Cooper. Fuller, DeVries, 1 and 2 for the American drivers here tonight. Platzi, Craig Plater running in 3rd position. That at UDL, JR Productions and Media. Caliber 69. 3rd position, Corey Borden. 4th. Then you go back to Michael Rutledge, Justin Wright, Benjamin Harris out of the event. Jones, of course, didn't grid. So this is your 2 cars up at the front of the field. Josh Fuller, Jonathan DeVries. Fuller in the 12, DeVries in the 01 machine. 5 down, 7 to run here in heat race number 4, your penultimate heat race of the night. DeVries gets a good run. I got to say, probably, look at this. If I was out there, I wouldn't be afraid to roll it up on the top side of the racetrack in 1 and 2 and then run the slider line through turn number 3 and 4. We'll see if that is any fast right now. Right now, just getting those right side tyres in the marbles. Right what Josh Fuller was doing and right on cue. He does that, stays mid-track, stays above the slick line. And Josh Fuller has got these pro late models figured out here at the dirt track at Charlotte. DeVries still 4.5 nearly half a second behind him right now. You're working about 4 car lengths down into turn number 3 and 4. 4 to go for your race leader, Josh Fuller. Jonathan DeVries. There's Craig Plater in the 69 machine. He's got the best number. The breakfast of champions, as Ned would say. Corey Borden in that 4th and final transfer position. Michael Rutledge in the 33 and 5th. Then you go back to Justin Wright in position number 6. Benjamin Harris in the pit area in 7th. Of course, Rowan Jones did not make the grid. Your leader down the back straight away coming to the popsicle sticks. 2 laps left to run here at the dirt track at Sharp. You're looking at 8 turns. Fuller, DeVries. They've pulled away near 2 seconds, almost 2 seconds, over Craig Plater in 3rd. Corey Borden some 4.2 seconds behind, but these drivers, they will see the white flag. Here's a close-up of your race leader through turn number 1 and 2. Working his way down the back straightaway. The Rocket Esports, car number 12 of Josh Fuller, makes his way into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. Checkers her routes. Josh Fuller will win heat race number 4. Jonathan DeVries home in 2nd. Craig Plater 3rd. Corey Borden in 4th. Michael Rutledge comes home in 5th. Justin Wright home in 6th. And of course Benjamin Harris in 7th. And Rowan Jones unfortunately missing out with not making the call in heat race number 4. Will come home in 8th. We'll just make those official. There it is. Fuller, DeVries, Plater and Borden going to the show. Rutledge, Wright, Harris and Jones going to last chance qualifiers. Heat race number 5. To the pole position will be Lewis Clark. To the outside of the front row, the Vortex Sim Sports number 27 machine of position number 2. It's Riley Stewart. Aston Rodriguez lines up at a position number 3. Jacob Croker, the Elite Sim Sports 15, will start position number 4. Luke Johnson, the 76 for UDL, will start position number 5. And Thomas Mitchell lines up at a position number 6. Let me change that, Thomas, because I know who you run for. I know you're in Vortex. Haydo Bish lines up at a position number 7, and position number 8, as it goes off my screen, will be Lindsay Hobbs. You've got all of the Thomas Mitchells. No, it's just got one. Right, TH. There we go. We're going to change that to that, and we're going to export that to that, just in case, and it should come up. There it is, Vortex Sim Sports. Awesome stuff. Yeah, I said that, Kathy. Come on. I did. It's quite a good number. Like, I got to 68, but then the next number I had to turn around. Oh, yeah, let me hear you say wayo, Nick. Let me hear you say wayo. Fifth and final heat race of the night. 12 laps on the board. 4 more transfer positions up for grabs. Green flag is out. And the final heat race of the night, we'll see the X machine for Track Tech. It's Lewis Clark. They'll go 3 wide. Rodriguez up on the inside. Stewart up on the top side of the racetrack. 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4 for the race lead. Now they're nearly 3 wide for the final transfer position. Now we'll go 2 by 2 into 1. And there's still lots of 2 by 2. Clark slides up. Stewart into the wall. Rodriguez, your race leader. A Victorian Junior Formula 500 driver. Stewart driving through people again. Geez, I tell you what. It's not the only time I've seen Stewart drive through someone tonight in a pro late model. I know, because I was that car he drove through earlier. Mitchell up the inside. Looking up the inside there on Stewart. Good battle going on for the race lead. Rodriguez on the bottom. Clark ripping the lip. Come on, Caffey. Come on. Big slide bob by Thomas Mitchell on Stewart. Oh, look out now. Here he comes. Father-to-be, Luke Johnson. Slide job by Mitchell. Johnson turns it underneath him, and Johnson move his way to position number 4. That UDL JR Productions and Media Power Plats presentation. Number 76 machine. Into the final transfer position. Good battle behind him. Bish, Hobbs, Mitchell, Croker, they are all going at it. And again, those drivers battling for better starting positions in a B main. Gee, I tell you what, Mitchell, it's back to Tato Bish in that 21. Here comes Mitchell in the O2 machine. Slide bob didn't clear, but moved him up out of the way. Croker, that's got all sorts of chromes on it. In fact, it's Hobbs, sorry. In the Excalibur Esports number 12 machine. Working on our 8th lap of 12, so 4.5 to go down the back straightaway. Back up front, well, it's all Lewis Clark. He's opened up a 1.4 second advantage over Aston Rodriguez, who's back ahead of Riley Stewart. 1.65 seconds, and then, well, 0.8 of a second from Stewart to Johnson. Battle for 5 and 6. Hobbs and Mitchell. Hobbs in the 12. That's the green and white. Mitchell. Those infield tractor tyres, buddy, they do not move with 3 to run. All sorts of damage on the O2 machine, the Vortex Sim Sports. Croker, big slide job on Mitchell. Mitchell again. I don't think there is, well, there's not much of a straight race car left on that O2 machine as he throws a slider on Croker. Croker works back to the cushion. We go in and out of turn number 3 and 4. The white flag is out. 5th and final heat race of the night. You see the Track Tech X. The Track Tech Motorsports X machine of Lewis Clark into 3. Will come out of turn number 4. By to the iRacing flag and pulls out the checkered flag. And he says, righto, you're going to the show. Aston Rodriguez, you're going to the show. Riley Stewart, Luke Johnson, you guys are going to the show. Lindsay Hobbs, Jacob Croker, Thomas Mitchell, and Hato Bish. Well, you guys will be in a B main. And we'll take a look at your B main here in a second, but we'll be your B main starting grids. We'll take a look at your official results to make sure no post-race penalties. It does not look like there are any. Clark, Rodriguez, Stewart, and Johnson transferring to the A. Hobbs, Croker, Mitchell, and Bish. Well, it's time for those drivers to get up on the wheel as we take a look here at your UltimateDirtTV starting grid. 15 laps will be the distance, and your top 3 from both B mains will go into a 40-lap A main event here as we take a look at Dash Granger lining up from position number 1. Jason Crawford for JSI Racing, the 12 will start position number 2. Lindsay Hobbs for Excalibur Esports in the 12 will start position number 3, and Liam James, car 37, lines up at a position number 4. Position number 5 for UDL, it's a 78 of Justin Wright. To the outside, it's a 79 for Vortex Sim Sports. Daniel Boyd, position number 6. Position number 7, it's Jordan Keane. To the outside, the Vortex Sim Sports 02 machine. Thomas Mitchell at a position number 8. Position 9 for UDL, it's the 75 of Nicholas Linnett and Rowan Jones. Unfortunately, again, he's got to be having some sort of connection issue or internet issue because he is not on the racetrack. He is OUT. So 9 cars battling for 3, just 3 transfer positions. Harper Johnson. So right starts 5 and it's top 3 in fact going through. So Granger, Crawford and Hobbs. Well, at this stage as they roll around, they've got transfer positions locked up, but they've got 15 laps to make sure they stay top 3. On the outside looking in, 4th on back. Here we go. Hoiting, hoiting, hoiting. We are racing. B-main number 1. Top 3 will line up the inside row from row number 11, 12 and 13. Will take 26 cars into the feature event for 40 laps. Around the dirt track at Chad, yeah, they're beating and banging there down the back straightaway. They were 3 wide, but now Jason Crawford will lead lap number 1. He'll go to the cushion. Following suit is the 5, the Lucas Oil number 5 machine of Nash Granger. And Lindsay Hobbs right now in the Excalibur Esports number 12 in that 3rd and final transfer position. Daniel Boyd into the wall. Look out, 1 car getting turned. And look, Roman Jones did make it. Again, he must be having some sort of connection issue because he was not showing on the racetrack. And it's nice to see the depth images number 25 machine as we are yellow on the racetrack for old Liam James in the 69 machine. It's not quite the real 69, but it's close enough. It's got a 6 and a 9 on there, so technicality it is 69. So Liam James, Justin Wright, a couple of cars involved. Liam James finds himself back in the pit area. Your race leader is Jason Crawford. Again, don't forget caution laps counting here tonight. So anytime we see a yellow, we'll generally lose 3. In fact, you'll technically lose 4 laps, depending on where the leader is. Or they can do that and take away the laps as everybody is ready to go. 9 cars. So in fact, we did start the 10. 9 cars are on the track. And we are back at it and back underway. 1/3 of the race distance complete. 5 down, 10 to go. Crawford goes to the cushion into 1 and 2. Keep an eye on Thomas Mitchell. He had all sorts of bad luck in the last heat race. Heat 5. Can he get the final transfer position? He's caught up there with Lindsay Hobbs. And there comes Rowan Jones. The 25. It was pretty quick in qualifying, but unfortunately, with those issues plaguing him in his heat race, meant he had to start from the back of the bus in tonight's B-main. He's up 5 positions. He's looking to get himself a depth images photography hard charger in the B-main, although that doesn't pay anything right now. Mitchell going to shut the door on Jones down into turn number 3 and 4. They'll both slide it up side by side for positions number 4 and 5. How about a battle in the change for the race lead? Granger slides up in front of Crawford. Crawford works it back through the middle of the racetrack, down the back straightaway. Crawford from the bottom to the top, and Granger from the top stays all the way on the cushion. Tucks in behind the 12 right now. They do not need to do anything silly right now. Lindsay Hobbs, he's the car that's got to be a little bit worried because he's on that transfer position. Mitchell, Jones, right, 3 wide. In fact, it's Linnett it was in the 75. There were 3 wide through 3 and 4. Linnett right through the middle of the racetrack. Trying to find the slick. It's probably not ideal, Nick. Slide job attempt coming out from Mitchell. Oh no, he's going to get hooked up with Jones. Jones getting shuffled out of that one. We're going to stay green. Change again for the race lead. Slide job by Granger on Crawford. Crawford back underneath him. Granger's got it by a front bumper. Now Crawford going to return the favour on Granger. But Granger around the outside. Crawford backed out of it. And that was tight. Slide job this time. It's a bigger attempt at a slide job and he's well clear him. And Granger back to the inside. Granger back to the race lead. Just 2 to run. Here in B main number 1. Granger and Crawford going at it wheel to wheel. Door panel to door panel. Fender to fender down into turn number 3. Again, the big slide job from Jason Crawford. They get the white flag. Jordan Keane, the lap car in front of him. Surely Keane does not play a part in this one. 3 wide. Keane stays out of it down into turn number 3 for the final time. Who's it going to be? Granger, Crawford. Crawford on the top side. Granger on the low side. Drag race. Jason Crawford wins. Second will go to Nash Granger. Lindsay Hobbs will come home in third. Fourth is going to be Thomas Mitchell, Daniel Boyd, Nicholas Leonard, Justin Wright, Rowan Jones and Jordan Keane, along with Liam James. Okay. Oh, I thought my timing is frozen. Not to me. Here it comes. Crawford, Granger and Hobbs going to the 40-lap A main event. Mitchell just missing out along with Boyd, Leonard, Wright, Jones, Keane and James. B main number 2, 11 cars on the racetrack. Again, 15 laps will be the distance. Top 3 will make up the outside row. Jason Burke for JSI Racing. The 74 will start position number 1. Michael Rutledge, the 28, will start position number 2. The 71 of Brooke Marquess out of position number 3. Craig Shim, the Take SRT 72 out of position number 4. Jacob Croker for Elite Sim Sports, the 15, will start position number 5. And Daniel Harding, the 77, will start position number 6. Benjamin Harris, the 24, will start position number 7. Brandon Griffiths lines up at the 36 out of position number 8. Leo Heaton will start the 26 out of position at number 9. Hato Bish will start position at number 10. And Daniel Nickel will line up out of position number 11. So a couple of casualties. Daniel Harding and Leo Heaton not making the start of B main number 2. So 9 cars, again, to do battle for 15 laps here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Round number 2 of the JSI Racing Pro Late Model Tour. Next week they'll take off because, well, we've got the Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic. Looking forward to that one. I'll be somewhere on the beach. Looking for a start. B main number 2. 15 is on the board. Who will it be? Berkey slides up in front of Rutledge. Berkey will lead out of turn number 2. Oh, Marquess and Rutledge, they come together. Rutledge goes around. And, well, Michael, you can't park there. Brandon, you can't park there either. Oh, if Daniel had a nickel. So an early start and an early caution for B main number 2. There won't be much of a warm-up session after this 15-lap journey here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And of course we will go 40 laps around Charlotte. Again, a lot of American drivers. I'm going to say about 6 or 7 American drivers. They had, I want to say, 4 or 5 last week, and they picked up a couple of spots on the podium. I think it was 1st and 3rd, maybe 1st and 2nd. I think Mitchell Clark was the other driver to get a podium last week. And again, I want to say it was at Volusia. Had a pretty quiet start to January. We don't have many broadcasts, which is, you know what, I'm okay with that one. Well, hello, Premier Racing League. Cheering on Brandon Griffiths in the 36 at an assumption, considering that's the only Brandon that I can see on the timing screen. Lights go out on the safety vehicle and around the venue, which means these drivers are 1 to green. So 74 of Jason Burke, along with a pair of 15s, Jacob Croker in the green, white and black 15. Then you got Benjamin Harris in the 15 behind your race leader in position number 3. Here we go once again. A restart. The first restart of B main number 2. Keep an eye on the 72 entry of Craig Sherm, Croker Harris side by side again. It's the battle of the 15s. Who will reign supreme out of the 15s? Nickel in the 18. on the outside looking in for the moment. Still early goings of this second B main. Your leader is Jason Burke. Harris, some mechanical issues, gets it sorted out. Here comes Nickel to the outside, getting all sorts of tightened into the concrete wall. It does not move. Let me tell you, no matter how many times you try and move it, the wall will not move. Those infield tractor tyres, they don't move either. When will these drivers learn to read the power plat's presentation and where they can and can't park? We're a lap away from half race distance for your race leader, Jason Burke, in the 74 machine for JSI Racing, Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group. Halfway, 8 down, 7 to run. Berkey, Croker and Harris, your top 3. Then you go back to Nickel and Marquis. Nickel, plus 7 at the moment. He started position number 11, although had to start position number 9 because 2 drivers of Heaton and Hardigan, they were unable to make the start of this one. Oh, Jesus! Daniel Nickel really driving it in deep into turn number 3 and 4. As we keep an eye on again, the battle of the 15s. We work down the back straight away. We are 2/3 home here in B main number 2. 10 down, 5 to run for Jason Burke. The JSI Racing, again, as this track slickens up. It's still the same width, but the racing line has gone from the bottom to the top. And going... Oh! Hello, Croker and Harris. And now here comes Nickel. Trying to throw a hat, trying to throw a coin. Or trying to throw a dime into this one. Benjamin Harris has moved his way to position number 2 after getting into the back of Croker. Croker was stuck and eating all sorts of concrete. He had to pick out some concrete out of his teeth after that one. Nickel, 1 spot out at the moment with 2 to go for your race leader out of turn number 4. A big slide bob by Jacob Croker on Harris, but Harris turns it underneath him. 2 to go. Here comes Daniel Nickel again. A number of opportunities running out and time is running out. Laps are running out. Croker, big slide bob into turn number 3 and 4. You probably don't need to do it right now. Down the back straight away into turn number 3 for JSI Racing. It's the 74 entry of Jason Burke going to the big dance. Jason Burke will win the second B main. Benjamin Harris home in 3rd ahead of Jacob Croker. Those top 3, again, unofficial at this stage. We'll wait for the official results to come up on your screen as the warm-up session rolls up. It's only 2 minutes. I dare say we're going to roll it at about the 30-second to 1 minute mark, but just to confirm, Jason Burke, Benjamin Harris and Jacob Croker are going to the show. For the likes of Daniel Nickel, 4th on back, Cato Beach, Brooke Marquis, Craig Sheeran, Brandon Griffiths, Michael Rutledge, Daniel Hardigan and Leo Heaton, those drivers will find themselves looking from the sidelines. So again, wait for the warm-up session to roll over. What we'll do, we'll take a quick opportunity right now to pay a quick bill, thank our sponsors here on UltimateDirtTV, and come back with your 40-lap main event up next. And just like that, we are back here on UltimateDirtTV. Let's see as to why the track would be open for just 2 drivers. So if I was those 2 drivers, I would be getting off the racetrack thick and fast. And I think they've just been told to get off the track. Otherwise, it might go pear-shaped for them as to where they may not find themselves in tonight's A main event, and looks like that was the case. Track is closed during the warm-up session. So again, big thank you to everybody tuned in here to UltimateDirtTV to watch the coverage of the JSI Racing Pro Late Model Series here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Again, round number 2 of the series again next week will take off due to the Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic, and we'll come back in 2 weeks' time I want to say, at Lania for round number 3. So plenty of action to come here on UltimateDirtTV on Sunday evenings. And it's now time to take a look at your UltimateDirtTV starting grid. Your 26 drivers are from the back to the front. Position number 26, it's Jacob Croker. Position number 25, Lindsay Hobbs. Position number 24, Benjamin Harris. Position number 23, Nash Granger. Position number 22, Jason Burke. Position number 21, Jason Crawford. Position number 20, it's Luke Johnson. Position number 19, Corey Borden. Position number 18, Darcy Stonehouse. Position number 17, Sean Stevens. Position number 16, Aston Hurley. Position number 15, Riley Stewart. Position number 14, Craig Plater. Position number 13, Dan Selleck. Position number 12, Tyler Bish. Position number 11, Kyle Vandergriff. Position number 10, Aston Rodriguez. Position number 9, Jonathan DeVries. Position number 8, Ryan Green. Position number 7, Mitchell Clark. Position number 6, it's Mark Scott. And now we go to our 5 heat race winners. Position number 5, it's Lewis Clark. Position number 4, Josh Fuller. Position number 3, Chance Carr. Position number 2, Cooper Wilson. And your pole sitter, position number 1, it's Michael Lake. That is a look at your UltimateDirtTV starting grid. And I can tell you that's 24 cars. So that one car that was doing hot laps in warm-up, I can tell you, confirmation, I know who that was, and I can tell you the consequences that has happened. They have been removed from the server, which was Kyle Vandergriff, and Aston Rodriguez unfortunately failed to make the start of this one, so he is going to be out of the event. So let's get him in, let's get your picks in, pick a number, pick a driver. Who are you cheering for? Try and give him some airtime, give him some showtime. As we get set, the field is set. 24 drivers are on the racetrack out of the 26. Round number 2 of the JSI Racing Pro Late Models. Who will be the Depth Images Photography Hard Charger Award? It's time. We get naughty for 40 here at the dirt track at Charlotte, and we are underway in your main event. And immediately Michael Lake rolled the bottom side through turn number 1 and 2. He will lead down the back straight away. Wilson going to send it upstairs into turn number 3 and 4. Chance Carr rolling the bottom side. Keep an eye on Lewis Clark. I'm also interested to see how Mitchell Clark goes. Also, Mitchell Clark in the Zero machine. Lewis Clark in the X. There's, that is Fuller in the 12 machine. Chance Carr, 1 going to the wall. That's 14 of Cooper Wilson. We've got a big wreck towards the exit of turn number 4. And it's going to be Tyler Bish. I think we've got all sorts of dramas going down into turn number 1 and 2 as well. But we are yellow in a main competition now. For the people that are just joining us here for the first time and wanting to know how it all works, well, you should know how racing works. It's quite simple. You go around in circles, go across the start finish line. At the end of the 40th lap, we'll win. But as far as yellows, now yellow laps count, and we will allow of a maximum of 4 yellow flags. So if you times that by, we say we lose 3 laps per caution, could be less. We're going to lose at least 12 laps should we need those 4 yellows. That means we still will have 28 laps of green flag action. So there's plenty of action here on Sunday nights when it comes to the Pro Late Models, and I believe this is the first time that these guys have dipped their toes into the late model scene. I know they're predominantly sprint car guys. They've done sprint cars at 360s. They've done wingless. They've done UMPs. They've done big blocks or big blocks, depending on how you want to say it, depending if you speak fluent Japan or not. But yeah, it's nice to see these guys give a shot to the Pro Late Model guys. And I'll tell you what I would give just to get out there and just be running with these guys. So Luke Johnson going to the pit area. Now I'm not sure whether that was voluntarily or whether that was a case of being one of the cars involved in the caution. Pace car goes infield and we are set for the resumption of tonight's main event. 6 down, 34 to go. Michael Lake stands on the gas, the rear end picks up, and we go back underway. And again, the media camera will immediately focus on the battle for the tyre positions inside the top 5. Here comes, it's Lewis Clark around the outside on Mitchell Clark. Mitchell Clark in the Zero machine. Lewis in the X. Josh Fuller holding down an American lockout at the moment. Lake, Carr, and Fuller. The American visitors here in the JSI Racing Pro Late Model Series. They've got it down pat. We tick off another lap. That is 8 down, 32 to go. We go back through this field. There you see Riley Stewart, Jonathan Devries. Devries in the 91. Stewart in that 07 machine down low. Hurley getting tight, pushing up to the concrete wall. 3 wide with Plater and Dan Selleck. We're going to go yellow. And there is caution flag number 2. And I tell you what, if I'm some of these guys in the mid pack, I'm trying to keep my car without any damage. So if you can keep that rear spoiler intact to where you don't continuously trying to knock down the concrete wall or you have contact with another driver, you are going to be there or thereabouts. You put yourself in the right position come towards the end of the feature event. The safety car goes in, 11 down, 29 to go. Again, that's caution number 2 of 4. And Michael X says, "Right, boys, we're going to go back on. We're going to go back racing out of turn number 4." Lewis Clark up to position number 3. Will he slide? He's going to try and slide up in front of Josh Fuller, but Josh Fuller powers back around the outside. How about Cooper Wilson, heat number 2 winner? He's trying to roll the top. He's into the wall once again in the 14 machine. Fuller followed by Lewis and Mitchell Clark again. They rail the outside. Stewart going down low. Devries in the 91. Plater ripping the lip into turn number 3. Well, getting a little tight there. Hurley sneaks up on his inside. They'll go 3 wide with Selleck, and now Selleck backs out. Selleck is going to go 3 wide with his teammate Sean Stevens. 3 wide in front of Plater, Wilson, Stewart, and Devries. Stewart, will he go the slide job? Yes, he does. He pulls it off now. Will Wilson? I thought Wilson might have turned it back underneath. You know, he's going to tuck in behind the 07 machine. Plater, solid top 10 at the moment for Craig Plater. Oh, there goes Wilson. Wilson, no, look out. Into the concrete wall. The concrete wall don't move. He's going to park there, and it's a big one. Devries, no, the 03 of Ryan Green. Got all sorts of damage on that 03. It is smoking. Oh, you might as well call him Chef Boyard Green because it is cooked. And I can't imagine that an 03 machine would at all be too happy that will be caution flag number 3. So the third caution of tonight's main event, which should leave us with just the 1, unless we're bumping it up to 5 for the Pro Late Models. I wouldn't be surprised, but at this stage, as far as I'm aware, we are at 4 for total. We could go 5. I'll leave that up to race control to decide as we watch the field double up into rows of 2 by 2. Lake, Carr, Fuller, Clark and Clark, Stewart, Plater, Selleck, Hurley and Granger. Biggest mover, Nash Granger, 23rd to 10th plus 13. Lindsay Hobb plus 10 from 25th to 15th. Looking at the depth images photography hard charger award. Big thanks to Rowan Jones and the team. Once again, we'll start the restart and the resumption of your A-Main round number 2 of the JSI Racing Pro Late Models. Chance Carr has got some company with Josh Fuller now. Josh Fuller down to the inside. Carr will run the middle through turn number 3 and 4. Then you go back to Lewis Clark, Mitchell Clark, who are right on the door. of the podium position. Lewis Clark around the outside of one. Well, you can almost call him a trailer park girl because he might just go around the outside of not one, but two American visitors. He gets by Josh Fuller. And now here comes Mitchell Clark following Lewis on the cushion. Fuller will follow Chance Carr. So a couple of different lines happening here. 4, 2, 3, 4 and 5 positions. We're a lap past half race distance. No, 21 down. 19 to go. You're watching Fuller and Mitchell Clark. And that's Mitchell in the zero machine upstairs. Fuller in the 12. Lewis Clark goes through the middle. He'll slide it up 3/4 of the way up the racetrack. Again, you see the 27 for D1RT, Michael Lake, the race leader. You just see Chance Carr. He was closing in. Mitchell Clark, hello, with a big attempt at a slide job, but just as that happened, we went yellow, and that will be our 4th caution of the night. And if that was the case to be our last caution, we are still looking at about 13, well actually 14, depending on if we go back green and how quick we go back green. Anywhere between 13, 14 or 15 laps. I'll just cover it that way. Tell you what, these Clark boys, they're really turning it on here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Lights will go out, pace truck will come infield. There it is. Field is doubled up. 15 laps remaining. Who will it be? Out of turn number 4, it's Michael Lake. Leading us back underway. Chance Carr got an absolute blinder of a start. He'll now dive down to the low side. Mitchell Clark to the inside on Lewis Clark as they worked wheel to wheel, top and the bottom. Chance Carr going to continue to roll the inside line. Mitchell Clark right through the middle. Have a look at Nash Granger from position number 23. He is on the verge of a top 5 right now. If he can get by Mitchell Clark, and he does so, Nash Granger plus 17 positions in this main event, and still not done with just yet. He's still got 4 more cars in front of him that he would love to pass. So Granger in the 5. Oh, look out, Fuller and Mitchell Clark. Granger now. Well, he had to check up. Meanwhile, Lewis Clark in 3rd position, closing in on Chance Carr. Michael Lake has got this 27 machine for D1RT just locked down at the moment. Carr, this is a good battle for the minor placings, the runner-up positions. He got a little tight there in the middle of turn number 3 and 4, and that gives an opportunity right now for Lewis Clark and the X machine again, trying to go the long way round, trying to rip the lip around the dirt track at Charlotte. Fuller and Granger round out your top 5. Then you go back to Stewart. That's Riley Stewart and Mitchell Clark battling for 6th and 7th. Stevens in 8th, Hobbs 9th, and Aston Hurley rounding out your top 10. You're still watching the battle for 2nd and 3rd on screen. The 2 of Chance Carr has position number 2 with just 9 laps left to run. But I tell you what, Lewis Clark still not giving up, still persisting with the top side of the racetrack, especially in turn number 1 and 2. The top's the way to go in 1 and 2. And maybe bottom 3 and 4, because Chance Carr has got that bottom figured out in the 3rd and 4th turn. It's 1 and 2 where he's lacking. Look at the runners Lewis Clark gets around the outside. There's your fast line, boys. And Lewis Clark had to try and go down there. He missed the bottom on the entry into turn number 3. And again, that opens up the door for Chance Carr. What a good battle this is. And here comes Josh Fuller. Now going to try and make this a 3-car battle. Carr, Clark in the X again. That X-Track Tech Motorsports number X machine. Fuller still trying to work the cushion all the way around. Just 6 laps left to go. Your leader. That's not him. That's not the 27 that leads the race. That one is. That's Michael Lake. That right there, that's Darcy Stonehouse in that 27. And that hopefully that doesn't play a part with Chance Carr, because Chance Carr is now going to have to find a different line. In fact, he'll do that. He'll go right through the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Get around the outside of Darcy Stonehouse. Stonehouse just looked like he checked up a bit just to let the cars on the lead lap and fighting for the runner-up positions go on by. Fuller gets on by. Here comes Fuller again. 3.5 to go for your leader already down the back straightaway. You're watching Chance Carr in the 2. Josh Fuller in the 12 machine for third and fourth positions. Fuller again to the outside. He's been pretty consistent and persistent on the top side of the racetrack. You see Lewis Clark just in front of them for position number 2. But it won't matter because 2 to go for your race leader. And he holds a 2.2 second gap. We'll watch Carr and Fuller for another lap before we go to your race leader. It's still Michael Lake leading the way through turns 3 and 4. He's already got the white flag. In fact, there he is into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway for your final time. The JSI Racing Pro Late Models. Round number 2 here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And Michael Lake will bring the broom. He will be victorious here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Lewis Clark comes home in second. Chance Carr third, followed closely behind by Josh Fuller. Fifth will go to Mitchell Clark, Stewart, Granger, Stevens, Hobbs, and Hurley, your top 10. Followed by Plater, Selleck, Crawford, Devries, your top 15. And that won't matter because we will take a look at your finishing results coming up on screen right now. To get your official results, here it is. Michael Lake, Lewis Clark, Chance Carr, your top 3. Josh Fuller and Mitchell Clark, your top 5. Riley Stewart, Nash Granger, 6th and 7th. Sean Stevens, 8th. Lindsay Hobbs, 9th. Aston Hurley in 10th. 11th will go to Craig Plater. Dan Selleck in 12th. 13th is Jason Crawford. Mark Scott, 14th. Jonathan Devries, 15th. Darcy Stonehouse, 16th. Corey Borden, 17th. Ryan Green, 18th. 19th was Jason Burke. And 20th was Tyler Bish. Jacob Croker, 21st. Cooper Wilson, 22nd. Luke Johnson, 23rd. Benjamin Harris, 24th. With Aston Rodriguez and Kyle Vandergriff not making the start. Looking at tonight's depth images, photography, hard charger award, 2 drivers advancing plus 16 positions. Lindsay Hobbs, who finished in 9th, but Nash Granger, who finished in 17th. Now, I would assume, and I don't like to assume, that those drivers would split the hard charger award, as we are ready to talk to 2 of our 3 drivers. And let's go and chat to your winner here tonight, bringing up and picking the broom and sweeping the dirt track at Charlotte. It's Michael Lake. Michael, congratulations on this victory. And boy, a dominating performance by you in the 27 car.
Yeah, I mean, luckily we got able to get out front and get to the early lead and just keep digging.
And what is it about this racetrack that you like? Because no matter where you put that car, whether you were top, bottom, the slider line, you just seem to have this car figured out.
Yeah, I tried a different setup, and I mean, she dug pretty good. The top side's always been my cup of tea, even in real life. So I mean, luckily enough, I was able to run it there, and she kept on going.
Mate, a solid 2 weeks for you in the 27 machine. Will we see you for the entire series, or being different time zones and whatnot? Obviously, it might depend on week in and week out. But what's the plan for you in the 27 machine for this season?
Yeah, I'd definitely like to hit as much as I can. I know there's going to be one Saturday that I probably won't be able to make it, 1 or 2. We're headed to Florida to run the Winter Nationals in real life. So, unfortunately, I won't be able to make those 2 races. That's February 3rd, I think we're leaving, until we'll be back on the 13th. So, other than that, I mean, we're going to try to make all of them that we can.
But look, good luck in Florida, and well done on the win here tonight, Michael. Before we let you go, of course, sponsor on this race car, mate, Pit behind the scenes, who gets this done for you?
Yeah, I got to thank Eddie at D1RT Racing. He took me under his wing whenever I just started, and he's helped me a lot as well as the whole team. They've helped me with driving, boosting, and everything on the sim. So I mean, they deserve the biggest shout out. Everybody there. So they're the main guys that helped me, and I gotta send a special shout out to them and you guys for putting on the league race.
All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Lake home in position number 1. We don't have our runner-up of Lewis Clark just yet, so we'll move down the line and chat to the driver that comes home in 3rd place tonight. And well, he started there. He picked up heat race number 3 victory. It is Chance Carr. Chance, congratulations on 3rd place. I tell you what, man, you really had that bottom side digging there, and it almost looked like the bottom in 3 and 4 was a lot easier to run than what turn number 1 and 2 was.
Yeah, it was a lot easier in 3 and 4. I think I found the right line, probably last 5 laps in 1 and 2, but by that point it was just too little too late. 3 and 4 was, I don't know, I'm not good enough on the top to run it like those guys could, like Michael could, but I feel like I'd hold my own on the bottom pretty well. It's a fun race.
Mate, obviously we've seen that the track change, quite significant from what you would have had in heat race number 3. How much did you make any adjustments to that race car? And if you did, were they major adjustments, or were they just sort of tinkering here and there?
I left the set pretty similar because I've ran that set a good bit. I just upped the gear a little bit, but I think I could have done a little bit more to try to get it better on the bottom.
Mate, looking back at it now, 3rd place, that's not a bad way to kick off the 2nd round. What could you have done differently to be, that 1 or 2 steps higher up on this podium?
I think I definitely could have tried to change my line a little bit earlier. I think I was too stubborn to move up or change, but I think if I would have changed my line 1 and 2, I might have had a shot to win, but it is what it is. I'm happy with a 3rd.
All right, 3rd place here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. Chance, before we let you go, of course, sponsors on this race car, pit behind the scenes, who makes this possible for you?
I got to thank everybody at Rocket Esports. We've really been working hard lately, getting all of our cars real quick. And then I got to thank everyone that digs at D-by-1RT. Just these things, they're rockets. Felt great tonight.
All right, well done to Chance Carr, who comes home in position number 3. Again, we don't have Lewis Clark, the runner-up here tonight. But again, congratulations goes to Michael Lake, Lewis Clark, and Chance Carr. Your top 3 drivers here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. Again, a big shout out to, of course, Depth Images Photography for sponsoring the hard charger. That going to both Nash Granger and Lindsay Hobbs, both advancing up 16 positions. Some other drivers that moved up through the field. Riley Stewart picked up 9. Sean Stevens picked up 9. Aston Hurley picked up 6. Jason Crawford picked up 8. Jacob Croker picked up 7th. And for the drivers that went backwards, well, unfortunately, Cooper Wilson went minus 20. Ryan Green was involved in that big wreck going into turn number 3, which we saw that car smoking. He went back, unfortunately, down to a minus 10. But it looks like that will be it for JSI Racing round number 2 of the Pro Late Model Tour. Next week, again, we are off on Sunday night. And, of course, we will be back in 2 weeks' time for round number 3. Until then, on behalf of the team here at UltimateDirtTV and the manager behind the scenes, we thank JSI Racing, Crawford Designs, Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group, and Depth Images Photography for their support with the Pro Late Model Tour. Until next time, this is Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night.